joining Crimson Founders demo session at Future 100 at Investopia 2025 in Abu Dhabi. My name is 𝗏𝗏𝗏, founder and managing partner of Crimson Founders. Together with two other MIT alum, Christina Dolan and Sam Hoik, we started Crimson Founders to build a community network and venture studio, hopefully soon, for MIT and Harvard affiliated startups. The idea actually came when right after graduation in 2021, I co-started with three other MIT alums, MIT Female Founders Pitch Competition, which is held annually in New York City. And for the third year, it's going to take place in March. This session is actually part of Crimson Collective Week, which is a 1 week of programs that we partnered with other entrepreneurial ecosystems in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, such as DMCC, Tamimi Company, and Dubai Future Foundation, and Future 100. We opened the applications globally, and we received 52 applications in 3 weeks from startups that had at least one founder who had a who finished a degree program from MIT or Harvard. And we selected 19 of them to join our program in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. We have 30-minute sessions, so only 6 of them can present today. But I encourage all of you to go to our website and meet them. They are all listed there. 63% of them are in AI, and they are from a wide range of industries, from carbon capturing to biotech, healthcare, cybersecurity, blockchain, crypto, commodity trading. And this opportunity, we all owe it to 𝗪𝗵𝗵𝗏, who I met a year ago after Investopia. He met with me for over an hour. I was sharing with him my idea, and he's like, okay, why don't you just make your program just part of Investopia? I'll give you a platform. And this is why we chose UAE as our launch pad. Because United Arab Emirates is very open. It has a very I think it's the most progressive, the most futuristic entrepreneurship ecosystem in the world right now. That people like 𝗪𝗵𝗵𝗏, like Her Excellency Ali Al-Mazrui, when they heard our idea, they just said, sure, why not? And they gave us this 30 minutes. Without further ado, I want to first thank also our panel of judges, Christos Mastoras, MIT alum, founder and managing partner of 𝐒𝐿𝐼ad Partners, and Medea Nocentini, senior partner at Global Ventures, and Belal Jassoma, director of ecosystems at DMCC. All the 6 startups are incredible, but to keep things interesting, we are going to choose 2 startups to give them an award to, and one of them, the most promising startup, the other one is the startup that is most relevant to MENA region. And Belal Jassoma from DMCC is going to present an award to these 2 winners, but they are all winners. Again, I encourage all of you guys to go and check our website, Crimson Founders. Without further ado, I'm going to give to Arya, founder of Applied AI, who was featured about a week ago in Forbes as one of the startup that has raised the most in the Middle East. Arya?
Thank you very much, 𝗏𝗏𝗏, for that introduction. Hi, everybody. We have 3 minutes, so there's a lot to cover. I'll keep it short. I think this is the next button. Okay, so we call ourselves the world's most boring AI company. We're focused very squarely on making BPO from a service to a product, from a 30% gross margin business into a 70% gross margin business. We're focused on high cost of error workflows. This is healthcare, insurance, banking, and public sector. We think we're at a structural change in the future of knowledge work, where the last time this happened was the internet, where the price of knowledge work went below the cost of onshore labor. This gave rise to the BPO industry. It was a big emerging market game, which is usually the supply of knowledge work is in India, Philippines, elsewhere, and the buyers are in the US, and the UAE is in between. So we think it was very relevant for us to be here. And then with AI, what we've seen, and we're pricing this way, the price of knowledge work has gone below the cost of offshore labor. This is a structural advantage that won't change. There's 1 billion knowledge workers in the world that represent $12 trillion of annual salary. So this is a major, major change. We've built our large work model, which is a model that has been built and trained in the UAE, exported, as Sheikh Fahim said, to the US. And we capture your intention. There's 3 papers we've issued. This is the first one, and 2 patents that we filed on the embeddings of intention. And then we generate with GRAG, based on our work knowledge graph, a workflow, and then it's optimized for your particular use case. A university in Germany ran an analysis of our model, and it ended up outperforming Anthropic, OpenAI, and Gemini. To be fair to them, they're not built for workflows, they're built for language. The same way they predict the next letter in a word, we predict the next task in a workflow. And essentially, on the customer side, you build your own workflow. Before, the time to value to get a workflow built would cost you around $3 million and around 3 months. We do it for a few $100s same day, and then for the knowledge workers, we price labor by output and not by time, which we think is a major change in how labor is priced for labor to be competitive in a post-AI world. And a metric that we measure is the productivity increase per human per day. So this is the inverse of your gross margin, essentially, and we're already at 7x. So this means that we have full pricing power in the industry, and we're already around 84% gross margins in the services industry, which has not been focused on by SaaS companies. Here's our investors. They're all value-add investors that we're very excited to have on board, and our sales is done by McKinsey. That's it. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll pass it to Gabrielle from Hexiom.
Hi, my name is Gabriel, and I'm the CEO of HexemBio. We are a longevity company. We are reversing aging with advanced stem cell therapy. Our technology was featured in the New York Times more recently, was also published in Nature, as well as on NASDAQ, right after the 25th anniversary of NVIDIA. I don't know if you know, but all of your blood originate from a very few subsets of cells called the hematopoietic stem cells. And all throughout your life, they are producing the red blood cells, which is your oxygenation, the white blood cells, which is your first line of defense, the platelets, which is also your healing process. So those cells are very important. But unfortunately, as you see just here, they age with you as you age and eventually kills you. But do not be worried, because we are introducing an advanced stem cell therapy in which we first mobilize those cells, we rejuvenate them outside of your body, and we slowly transplant them back into yourself to go and compete with your older cells. Now, in the United States, unfortunately, aging is not currently seen as a disease. So we are rapidly using our technology to advance therapies for 5 different indications, including our fastest one, which is bone marrow transplant failure. Now, we've had tremendous traction in the last 5 months of existence. We first closed the pre-seed round our first month of existence. We submitted all of our results for validation in Nature. We have a second paper submitted in Nature and a third one in discussion with possibly a science journal. We also have submitted our orphan designation with the FDA. More recently, we were accelerated straight from Interact meeting to our pre-IND meeting, and we saved another 2 quarters in our advance towards clinical. We were invited recently at the GPM Healthcare Conference, which is really rare for early stage companies, and we loosely opened our seed round, and we are already 60% committed. It's $5 million round, and we may have space for 1 additional investor at this time. We also the finalists of Crimson, so I just wanted to highlight this in this slide. We have a team of 2 MD and 2 PhD. We have lots of clinicians as well in our team, but it's all led with our advisory head, which is Robert Langer from MIT. Robert is also the founder of Moderna. So our team is also from very reputable organizations such as MIT, UC Berkeley. We're a former Y Combinator and not first-time co-founders. If you're interested, please reach out. And now I'm passing it to Tim.
All right, thank you. I'm 𝗏𝐾𝐿, founder and CEO of Spectrohm, where we've built a new way to look inside of bags and boxes. That's significant because you may not realize there's almost 500 billion small packages moving throughout the world each year. They show up on your porch from Amazon. They get delivered across international borders. We carry them into this space here in our bags and our backpacks. And the issue is not just the security threats and hazards that we might think of at the airport, but it also includes fraud and errors, things that are concealed inside these packages that we can't figure out from looking in a camera alone. Why does this problem exist? It's because today's internal inspection tools were built for aviation security. They're built for a market where time and money don't really matter. That's what we're changing. Spectrom's building a new model where we're moving from just scanning a few packages at the airport to scanning every single package, bag, or backpack. And we're doing it with radio waves. We don't use X-ray. We've got a highly unique technology, 5 patents issued and more to file, to use radio to look inside of these packages. And that gives us tremendous advantages in terms of speed, weight, size, and cost over this big beast of equipment you see at the airport scanning your bags. We're going to market in two systems. One, CheckStream on the right, which looks inside of bags and backpacks, and CargoStream on the left, which is intended for automated cargo screening. Compare the speed here for the system you just went through when you entered this facility. Look how as fast as I walk through the metal detector, it's scanned my backpack, whereas my colleague here walking through scans through in a simple red light, green light, it's detected a potential problem with his bag. We're selling this as a hardware as a service to enter this market at a low-cost, high-speed, high-throughput capability that will lower customers' cost by almost 4x. Here's a demonstration of our automated high-speed cargo screening product. Lightweight, no X-ray flaps, moves much faster than the systems you encounter at the airport, and we're also selling that as a hardware as a service, and we're starting with international e-commerce and border inspection. That alone, we think, is a $2 billion market. All told, we expect to achieve over $250 million a year by the end of the decade, scanning bags, backpacks, and small packages. We've got the team to do it. We're based in Washington, D.C. in the U.S. All of us have worked in the U.S. federal government. We all have experience building deep tech, highly sophisticated systems for a number of U.S. customers. And we've got over $5 million of customer dollars in from U.S. agencies to build this system to inspect the border. We're going to be raising a Series A next year, and we're thinking about this region as our potential launch point for international sales of the product. Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Leo at MLTech.
Thank you, Tim. My name is Leo. I'm co-founder and CEO of MLTech. MLTech is an AI-driven wealth management platform for digital assets. We provide institutional investors with a variety of investment products, as well as bespoke custom portfolios. We already have more than 20 institutional clients, with the average allocation on the platform more than 5 million. So institutions love us for different reasons. We are a secure, non-custodial, and transparent platform, allowing investors to access a variety of products. So if you are new to crypto, we allow you to get access to this exciting and very volatile but high return asset class. If you're already in crypto and you want to diversify or help us manage your portfolios, we got you covered as well. We have 24/7 risk and monitoring systems, as well as real-time view and detailed analytics of your portfolio. So let's dive a little bit deeper into MLTech AI platform. So in the wealth management space, you have a lot of products that are very standardized, and institutions come and they just have to choose from the standardized products. But if you look in Netflix or Amazon, you have tailored products, specific recommendations for you. So for wealth management, we are doing something similar with the help of AI. So you come to us, you can compare various products. We also provide AI-driven wealth management advice. We create custom portfolios for investors, allowing them to fit their particular needs in terms of risk and returns profiles. When investors invest, they get access to real-time view of their portfolios. We also have integrations into their back-office operations. It's something very important for institutional needs, having this transparency and control over their assets. So we've been very successful in wealth management segment. We are looking to further expand in this segment, enhancing our AI capabilities with recommender system, as well as enhance our optimized portfolios. But wealth management is just one of the verticals that we are looking to penetrate. So we are looking to expand into trading and execution services. A lot of infrastructure that we've built for wealth management and trading is actually very scalable, versatile, and modular. So we are looking to offer this as a service to different clients. So for example, you are new to crypto and you're looking to see how your portfolio performs, we got you covered. If you want to get insights about the market, for example, in terms of more in-depth research, we have it on the platform. So we are building one-stop financial services platform for all institutional needs. We believe assets will be tokenized, all assets will be tokenized, and we will have it on our platform. So thank you for your time. And so we already backed by some of the leading VC investors. In the past year, we generated more than 5 million of revenues, and we're looking for local partners to help us distribute our products. Thank you. If you want to get in touch with us, please scan the QR code here, or join us at 𝐿𝐿𝑇ech.ai. I'll pass it to David from Helix.
Thank you very much. I am David Brown, co-founder of Helix Carbon, where we are addressing the biggest challenge for iron makers today. And that is, how do you decarbonize your existing assets and open the door for green steel? The iron industry today is based on fossil fuels. They're needed to create syngas, a gaseous mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen, which is the key gas for changing iron ore into iron that's ready for steelmaking. The problem is that both in its creation and its use, syngas is a massive emitter of CO2. Now, there are some ways to try and get around this. New technologies have been proposed, but the problem is they all require new plants. And if you're an iron maker with over $1 billion of deployed assets, you're not going to abandon those assets and deploy another $1 billion of assets just to reduce your CO2 emissions. It's economically unfeasible. What you need is a solution on site today, and that is what Helix Carbon provides. We've developed a new electrolyzer system for the industry, and with our MIT-developed catalyst, we can take in dilute streams of CO2, no carbon capture required, which means we can put our electrolyzers on site and take in waste streams in their entirety and react the carbon dioxide and water right out of them. And it turns into chemically identical syngas for use at the iron industry. And because it's chemically identical, we can work in tandem with fossil fuels. We don't need to completely replace the system or change the shaft furnace. We can decarbonize 5, 10, 15% of a plant and give that steelmaker access to improved margins and access to that green steel. We plan to sell our electrolyzers as capital assets directly to the iron producer, and from there, jump to alternative metals reduction and chemicals. We've also shown the ability to create ethylene directly from CO2, which in itself is a $250 billion market. Now, these are huge, huge markets, but we're well on our way to market relevance with a series of scaled-up pilots that will bring us to market size by 2030, and we've got the team to get it done. We're a group of MIT founders, and we've got a background in engineering, science, leadership, and business that already has enough traction. We've received over $500,000 in non-dilutive financing so far, but we're launching our pre-seed round. We're looking for $3 million in order to get through that first pilot, build out the team, and move beyond to the future with Helix Carbon. We are Helix Carbon. Please, if you'd like to learn more, scan the QR code behind me. Thank you. Now I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Sebastian Manai from Amplified Industries.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sebastian Karim Manai, CEO and founder of Amplified Industries. There is a huge revolution in telecom happening. You can now have cheap, ultra-high-speed internet access anywhere on the planet through 5G network, through Starlink, through Skylos, and all kinds of new systems are coming up online. Yet, if you visit most industrial facilities, you will see that data is sent through dial-up speeds, a point every couple seconds, a point every hours on most machines. And this is a big issue for oil and gas primarily. So what we've built is effectively the platform of the future that allows us to stream 1,000 to 1,000,000 times more data on each machine from your wells, your compressor, your tanks, and so on. And we're then able to ingest that data and do ultra high quality processing, building all kinds of mathematical and artificial intelligence models. Our system can run on the customer cloud itself, on-premise, in a fully isolated environment. So for example, we can instrument wells with our system, tanks, and all kinds of big machine that will send us very high quality metrics, and this unlocks true Industry 4.0 promises where we're able to do things that were not done before. So effectively, it's a little bit like, in the medical world. You have one exam, you don't know exactly what issue you have, but if you cross that with other form of X-ray and CAT scan, you know exactly what's your issue. It's the same thing here. We can analyze in parallel a very large number of signals, and that allowed us to increase production by 8% on our asset. And last year, we've eliminated over 10 million liters of spills, for example. And everything works, very seamlessly at a very affordable cost on the cloud. So we're a team from MIT. I started the company a couple years ago. So we have a former private equity banker in oil and gas. We have a cloud engineer. We have a PhD in mathematics, and myself, PhD in aerospace. The company is doing very well. We have an exponential growth. We have over 2,000 systems installed in the US across 10 states. We're now deploying in Central and South America as our first international customers, and we're looking at overseas at the Middle East regions. The company is making significant revenue. We are just closing tomorrow additional funding, bring it to a total of $22 million, and our team is based in Boston. We won all kinds of awards from Forbes to MIT 100K. The system is proven and scalable, and we're really here to find people who can help us open the door of Middle East and help this company grow and deploy on all kinds of oil and gas fields across the region. Thank you very much for your time. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me, scan the QR code, message me on LinkedIn. And now I have the pleasure to introduce back 𝗪𝗓𝗓 from Crimson founder. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I want to thank immensely 𝗏𝗏𝐿𝐾𝐽𝐻 and 𝗏𝗏𝐿𝐾𝐻𝐿, who are part of Her Excellency Ali Al-Mazrui, who helped us and gave us this 30 minutes. And also, I have an incredible team: Andrei Birjuchinski, Ilya Lotov, Ali Jumapoy, and James Camp, Dr. Manolis Kellis from MIT, and Dr. Phil Bodden and John D'Agostino. You're an incredible team that made today and this week happen. I also, again, want to thank 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗏, and our judges are going to pick their two awards. But we do have a catalog. I have a QR code that keeps passing through. So you can go to our website, download our catalog, and learn about these incredible startups. And we hope to see you soon. Now I'm going to welcome Christos Mastoras, Belal, and Medea on stage. 2-3 minutes. Do we have time? So these are my co-founders for Crimson Founders. Also, I want to thank United Arab Emirates, guys. This country wants innovation, brings in innovation, welcomes innovation like no other. I came with one idea, and look where I am, in this incredible venue, with this incredible audience, with these incredible founders. Are we ready, Christos? Okay, now I also want to thank MIT for connecting me to this incredible network of founders. Yes. So it is a difficult choice because all of you guys saw, they're from 6 different verticals, and they're all incredible. I think we have them. Belal, we are running out of time. Okay, welcoming Belal, Medea, Christos. Thank you. Thank you, Belal. And many thanks to DMCC. They hosted an incredible session for us at DMCC with the founders. That was live streamed and recorded, and this one is also recorded. So, Belal.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. It's always an honor to be supporting and incubating and judging innovation. And thank you for organizations like Crimson Founders and like 𝗏𝗏𝐻𝐴 and the rest of the team for making this happen. Absolutely. So, how about you say the winners?
First of all, it's been humbling. Guys, you have amazing innovation, amazing companies, and all of them are applicable here. But we needed to pick some winners. And so for the first category, the most promising startup, we have HexemBio. Sorry, HexemBio. Gabriel, well done. Congrats. And then for the most relevant tech here in the region, we have Spectrohm. Well done. Congratulations.
Now I want to actually ask all the startups, please come up because you're all winners. And you guys humble me so much. Andre, come up. Eric, come.
Next to the winner.
Elad, come up. So we have about 36 people. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yana, wherever you are, and Khadija, for everything.